Hi, you're watching the Daily V News broadcast, and the stories that made the headlines for today will follow shortly.
The 27th Conference of the Diplomatic Service opened in Hanoi. State President Trương Tấn Sang visited the northern mountainous province of Tuyên Quang. Finance Minister Vương Đình Huệ held talks with Lao counterpart Phum Phép Kham Phung Vong. Garment exports are forecast to exceed the yearly target of $13.5 billion.
The 27th Conference on the Diplomatic Service officially opened in Hanoi, December 12th, with the presence of Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng, who delivered a speech at the event.
Opening the conference, Foreign Minister Phạm Bình Minh stated that the diplomatic service has been aware of its responsibilities for maintaining a peaceful and stable environment, making the best of external resources to serve the country's socio-economic development, and enhancing Vietnam's position on the international arena. In this spirit, the conference will promote the collective brain power and discuss global, regional, and national situations so as to make our measures to successfully implement the foreign policy adopted by the 11th National Party Congress. In his speech, Party General Secretary Chak affirmed the important role of the diplomatic service and highlighted its achievements over the past years. The party leader asked the conference to review experience, achievements, and shortcomings in order to put forward solutions and petitions to the party and state. The conference will last until December 19th, with discussions focusing on political, economic, and cultural diplomacy, as well as news for foreign service, overseas Vietnamese-related affairs, and protection of citizens.
And on the 11th of this month, State President Trương Tấn Sang paid a working visit to the northern mountainous province of Tuyên Quang to check on this province's socioeconomic tasks implementations.
President Sang examined the province's preparations for construction of a statue of Uncle Ho at the Nguyễn Tất Thành Square in Tuyên Quang City, where Uncle Ho talked with local people in March 1961. Construction of the statue is scheduled to start in February 2012. The president visited and talked with workers of the An Hoa Paper and Pulp Factory. The plant was put into operation in August 2011 with a design output of 137 tons of pulp a year. Working with the provincial authorities, President Sang heard reports on the implementation of tasks for socio-economic development, as well as defense and security of the province. The state leader urged the province to make a breakthrough by attracting more investment in building traffic infrastructure, developing industries, diversifying tourism products and services, and improving quality of human resources. He also requested the provincial parties committee to work out specific action programs, strengthen the leadership and fighting capacity of party organizations at grassroots levels, speed up judicial reforms, and build new staff rural areas.
Two very important cooperation agreements between Vietnam and Laos were signed today in Hanoi as Finance Minister Vương Đình Huệ met with his Lao counterpart, Phu Phet Kham Phung Vong.
At the talks, the ministers informed each other about the financial and economic situation of their respective country. They also discussed a range of measures to step up bilateral financial cooperation in the years to come. Following the talks, the two ministers signed an agreement on financial regulations and management of Vietnamese non-refundable aid for Laos, and a cooperation agreement between the two finance ministries in the 2011 and 2015 period. The documents are expected to further enhance financial cooperation between the two countries, thus promoting the traditional friendship, special solidarity, and comprehensive cooperation between Vietnam and Laos.
And recently in Paris, investors and friends were introduced to a project aiming to build the culture tourism village of Vietnamese ethnic groups.
As part of the exhibition themed Vietnam, a destination for culture and tourism investment, the event was aimed at calling for investment in the project. Sitting on an area of 1,554 hectares, the village accommodates different sections featuring villages of 54 Vietnamese ethnic groups, cultural and recreational activities, tourism services, World Cultural Heritage, parks, and a village management office. Construction of the project began in 2007, and the village was inaugurated in September 19, 2010, to mark the capital city's 1,000th anniversary. The second phase of the project is underway and scheduled for completion in 2015. Located about 40 kilometers west from the center of Hanoi, the village is expected to help preserve and promote cultural identities of 54 fraternal ethnic groups and become one of the major tourist attractions in northern Vietnam and Hanoi in particular.
Now, the textile and garment industry seems to do quite well despite the current economic conditions. Vietnam's earnings from textile and garment exports are forecasted to exceed the target of $13.5 billion in 2011. It's a 30% yearly increase, the highest growth ever in the past 5 years.
Despite difficulties in the first months of the year, the sector managed to record an export turnover of $13 billion in the period from January to November. Having forecast challenges of the financial market, the Vietnam National Textile and Garment Group changed the form of signing contracts with textile businesses to minimize the impacts of growing interest rates. The group also has worked out suitable competitiveness strategies and fully exploited both traditional and new markets.
The Vietnamese tuna has been exported to a total of 87 markets. This is nearly double the number reported earlier this year, all thanks to the higher demand from foreign markets due to the coming end of the year.
The General Department of Customs reported that tuna exports reached $340 million in October, a year-on-year increase of 28.6%. The U.S. is the main consumer of Vietnamese tuna, leading the top three importers, which also include Europe and Japan. The U.S. makes up 46% of the total exports, with exports to this market in the past 10 months totaling $145 million. Vietnamese tuna is shipped to 21 countries in the EU bloc, with Germany, Italy, and Belgium being the biggest importers. Tuna exports to Japan are on an upward trend, with a growth rate reaching its highest level of over 82%, equal to $36.6 million.
And with the Lunar New Year festival coming up on December 11th, 500 poor students in southern Bạc Liêu province received gifts from charity organizations and kind businesses.
The recipients are outstanding students living in the districts of Hòa Bình and Sa Rai. According to the Provincial Department of Labor, Invalid and Social Affairs, the province is planning to carry out practical activities to help poor children enjoy the traditional Lunar New Year festival. At present, Bạc Liêu has more than 7,000 poor children, including over 1,000 disabled children and 1,600 orphans who are in need of assistance.
And lastly are the news of the ASEAN Family Culture Night that took place in Switzerland on December 11th. This event was hosted by the permanent delegation of Myanmar in Geneva.
The festive activity brought together more than 500 diplomats, diplomatic staff, and family members of ASEAN permanent delegations to the United Nations, World Trade Organizations, and other international organizations in Geneva. The ASEAN delegations, including the Vietnamese mission, showed off traditional cultural performances of the nations. Opening the event, Ambassador Moon Wai, head of the Myanmar delegation, said, "This was an opportunity for ASEAN member countries and their families to enhance mutual understanding, friendship, and solidarity and promote the tradition of ASEAN." After the performances, the participants enjoyed many traditional dishes of ASEAN member nations.
And we've come to the end of our programs today. Thank you for watching. Goodbye for now.